Good morning, church family and friends. I hope this message finds you doing well here in the third week of the month of May. I'm currently sitting in the upstairs classroom of our Mary J. Patton Center here at the church. It's a space that I like to come to usually every morning that I am here at the church because it affords me a little bit of peace and quiet. It's a good place to come and sit in prayer and reflection, a good place to be with the Lord. I hope you're able to do the same kind of thing in your days, that you can continually return to what Henry Nouwen calls the solid place, a place of centering, a place of grounding, a place where you can be reminded of God's love for you, God's care for you, and God's grace that is sufficient for you, despite the difficulties that we continue to face. I did want to take a minute and give everybody a quick update about a recent decision that affects the life of the church. At our recent session meeting, the session voted to approve a new safety task force that begins meeting this week to start to discern and determine best practices as far as moving forward in the reopening of our church facility. Of course, no decisions have been made yet, but this task force will be looking at all the different data points coming out of our county and our state and our country regarding the coronavirus, as well as different expectations and hopes that you, the members of our congregation, have as far as beginning to meet together. Nothing will happen soon. It's going to be a slow and steady process. We want to make sure that we're wise, that we're following the leadership of the Holy Spirit, as well as trusted advisors, so that we can make a good decision about how to proceed. The hope, though, is that this task force would have a recommendation to put before the session at their June 8th meeting, and then we should potentially have some information to share with you that same week, the week of June 8th. So stay tuned for more information and for more updates. And I do ask that you would pray for this task force, that they would work well together, and again, that they would be Spirit-led in all of this discussion and discernment. If you need a prayer for them, and if you need a prayer for yourself and for our congregation, and probably for everybody during this time of transition, during this time of, we hope, re-entry, reopening, and reconnection, I'd recommend to you the old Serenity Prayer. If you haven't heard it before, it goes like this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May God give all of us wisdom as we continue to follow after Him, while socially distanced, but spiritually united, one day at a time. Grace and peace. And I look forward to talking with you, hearing from you, or perhaps seeing you very soon.